Made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. So it seems as if that Bob Arum is running around now shooting down the notion that Tyson Fury has signed an 80 million pounds deal with ESPN. I've now heard him on a couple interviews. I've heard him on the Ringside Report. I've heard him on the Boxing Voice. I've seen a couple articles. And it seems as if Bob Arum is sitting back like, yo, where's everybody getting this information from? You haven't heard me say it. You haven't heard Tyson Fury say it. Yes, Tyson Fury is signed to a multi-fight deal with ESPN. Yes, he's being co-promoted by Top Rank. But it's not said to be worth 80 million pounds. Now, listening to how Bob Arum is kind of talking around the issue a little bit, it seems to me that he's alluding to the fact that my guess is if Tyson Fury is successful, that the deal can be worth that if he can has the ability to earn that. Maybe if he gets certain fights or if he continues to win. So there, the thing is, man, when this news broke, it was everywhere. Now, if you go on Google now and you try to look around, a lot of places have already pulled their articles. And there's a lot of places you just only about a handful of websites probably still have it up. But yeah, man, Bob Arum is backtracking off it. He's saying, no, it's nothing guaranteed. It sounds like to me the way he's alluding on the interviews that it could be by, earned through certain fights. And I kind of talked about this in previous videos of mine. Like, I don't understand how they would give Tyson Fury all this money right up front, especially they saying guaranteed. And we just didn't know if it was going to be earned fight by fight. You know what I mean? So this is something that I kind of thought about, and I was like, well, it will make sense if it's earned. But to just off the top give Tyson Fury, a guy sometimes who, who's already shown us in the past he's had mental issues and certain drug abuse issues. You just don't know. You know what I mean? And for them just off the back of Deontay Wilder, give him this super big deal like this, it just makes you go, huh? You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Tyson Fury is a character. And Tyson Fury, with his boxing ability, can possibly go on to earn this amount of money if he continues to beat good opponents and maybe get the rematch with Deontay Wilder, stuff like that. Maybe even lure Anthony Joshua or whoever else, beat a lot of the top heavyweights. He has the potential to do it, if you will. But without the big names like a Deontay Wilder or Anthony Joshua, it makes you wonder how much of the American fans is really going to be checking for Tyson Fury. Now, Tyson Fury does a good job of hyping up his fights. We've seen him in the past do things like dress up in Batman suits, just do little wild stuff, man. A lot of little wild stunts, say some wild, crazy things. Always kind of animated. So he has the ability to get people interested in his fights. But when he's just coming to him making this splash here in America, I would think he needs the name. Of course, the golden name would be Deontay Wilder. And who knows? Maybe ESPN is thinking that if they can lure Deontay Wilder into a fight, who knows? Maybe they do a trilogy. Who knows? With scenarios like that, then maybe Tyson Fury could earn that kind of money. And maybe if they can lure Anthony Joshua, do something with him or something like that, any big name heavyweight, who knows, a Dillian White, then yeah, the potential can be possibly there to hit these certain numbers. But right off the back, to say that it's guaranteed that Tyson Fury will get 80 million pounds, which equivalates to over 100 million US dollars, just guaranteed, just because it's Tyson Fury. Knowing the style that he fights with, I mean, they need the dance partners. And as of right now, they have not secured the dance partners. A lot of people ain't going to pay. It's going to be hard to pay Tyson Fury big money. You know what I'm saying? To see him fight, say like a Kubrat Pulev. You know what I mean? Or a Brian Jennings. Like, how are they going to generate this type of money that they're paying out to Tyson Fury with opponents like that? How much interest will those fights honestly gather? So Bob Arum is out around now. He's kind of like setting the record straight. And I actually can appreciate this. Because a lot of websites, a lot of uploaders ran with this information. So for him to get out and set the record straight, I think it's noteworthy. So clearly, Bob Arum is saying that the money is not guaranteed. He doesn't know where these figures are coming from. But however, Tyson Fury is down with ESPN, is being co-promoted by Top Rank, and he has the potential possibly over a period of time with certain opponents, with certain kind of fights, I'm sure, to possibly earn this type of money, but it ain't guaranteed. Now, the facts that we do know about this deal is with this deal, this will have Tyson Fury fighting minimally 2 times a year, shown on ESPN here in America, shown on BT Sports in the UK. We do know that that this deal is supposed to last for supposedly multiple years, and a minimum, from what we know for sure, of at least 5 fights. Now, that's been reported. That has not been contested. The only thing that's been contested is the number, the 80 million pounds number. And like I said, the way Bob Arum is talking, like it could be more than that. Frank Warren is still saying that the deal is big, and it still is big for a British heavyweight. It's still big for a British sportsman, if you will. So I'm sure the deal is sweet, but I'm sure it has to be earned, man. It just has to be. Now, just for the conspiracy theorists out there, if you will, some may say, well, Bob Arum may be just coming out to the public and just kind of trying to squash this thing down a little bit so it won't put fighters like Terrence Crawford or Vasyl Lomachenko in a situation when they're wondering how come they're not getting money like that. So that could be possible. I don't know. But, I mean, for Bob Arum to come out and specifically address this 80 million pounds fiasco, you know, who knows? Who knows? But that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. You know, and that's all we know for sure. I'm still a little baffled that if they're talking about doing it with Anthony Joshua, how is this possible? Because the networks that Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua will fight on are like rival networks all around the board. ESPN and DAZN are rivals for the American subscriber, and BT Sports and Sky Sports are rivals in the UK. So, I mean, I would, like I said in a previous video, that's got to be the harder fight to make, as opposed to Deontay Wilder, who's a free agent. So we got to see how all this is going to play out. Once again, we need more time with this. A lot of entities have prematurely reported this, but I guess more and more facts is going to come out as time progresses. But either way you spin it, that's what Tyson Fury will be fighting at here in America on ESPN, and it's going to be interesting to see who they line him up with. They maybe even come anywhere near these numbers, because outside of Deontay Wilder, at least for right now, I don't know. I just don't know, but we'll see. To the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Soon to be ending Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. And Instagram, Main Man Made Man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. Shout out to Ringside Reporter for getting Bob Arum on the record and putting this out there in the air, man. People need to hear this and see exactly where Bob Arum is coming from. So I challenge everyone who hear this to go on over there to one of those YouTube channels and check out the interview and see what you get from it. To the next video. Peace out.